Project management. Change initiatives, projects and programs. Course overview. Understanding the project environment. Project methodologies. Identifying key roles and owners. Project sponsor and project board. Project stakeholders and influencers. Change management governance. Understanding the business change landscape. Change management delivery. Developing a change delivery plan. What this course covers is enough information to enable a change manager to work effectively with their project or program management colleagues, and to be aware of some project and program management principles and language. It is important to accept that a change manager is not the same as a project manager, though they may have that skill set. Cascading decisions and designs. The change drivers are part of a strategic process to both create an organization strategy and implement it through change. This means there are a number of feedback loops and cascading decisions and designs in the process, all of which identify drivers for change. The process, as shown in this figure, moderates the strategy and change design, checks for success and manages failure. The cascading decisions are strategic decisions about the choice of business model and implementation options, identification of strategic objectives with their vision and performance scorecard if used. The change cascade works as follows. Portfolio decisions about how to achieve the strategic objectives within the capability and capacity of the organization result in a portfolio-level plan. A number of change initiatives are created. Implementation of the initiatives includes further cascading decisions leading to delivery of outcomes and achievement of benefits. Delivered outcomes can be matched against the vision and scorecard to measure success. At each stage, there is a feedback loop involving feasibility and design optimization so that strategy development is informed by the ability to deliver it. Understanding the project environment. An organization's strategic intent leads to the development of change initiatives within a portfolio structure. These initiatives are typically managed through projects and programs, which provide the necessary governance structure for the organization. Figure 2.5, see also Chapter 8. The diagram shows the typical relationship between portfolios, programs and projects in organizations. A portfolio is a group of proposed or current projects and programs. It may be the whole set of changes being undertaken by an organization or a major subset of these changes. The focus for a portfolio is typically the achievement of strategic business vision and objectives within the constraints of available resources. Timescales are usually open-ended and operate on a rolling basis, with new programs and projects being added, and completed programs and projects rolling off continuously. Section A explores the role of strategy in defining change. A program is a temporary organization used to manage a group of interrelated changes, each of which may be structured as a project. A program's focus is on achievement of a strategic outcome, usually encapsulated in a vision statement, with a clear articulation of both the business changes needed and the benefits to be realized. Timescales are usually longer than for a standalone project. A project is also a temporary organization and is used to take forward a specific, well-defined and time-bound piece of work that sits outside business as usual. Projects focus on delivery of fit-for-purpose deliverables that the organization needs, against time, cost and quality criteria. They typically have shorter timescales than programs. Project phases comprise work-stream plans, such as change management and delivery, and a timeline. Standard procedures and documentation are coordinated and used. Project methodologies. There are many project methodologies available. Amongst the most popular are Prince2, PMI, and Scrum. The two main types of project methodologies are Waterfall and Agile. The Waterfall methodology is a sequential process in which progress is seen as flowing steadily downwards, like a waterfall, through the phases of initiation, requirements, specification, analysis, design, development, testing, implementation and maintenance. The waterfall progresses linearly through discrete, easily recognizable and explainable phases and thus is easy to understand. It also provides easily identifiable milestones in the development process. The concepts behind the waterfall process are: high-level requirements should be concrete before design begins, otherwise work put into a design based on incorrect requirements is wasted. Design should be complete before people begin to implement the design, otherwise they implement the wrong design, and their work is wasted. Make sure each phase is 100% complete and absolutely correct before proceeding to the next phase. Prince 2 and PMI both fall under waterfall. The Agile methodology uses the idea of iterative development to allow detailed requirements to be defined later as the solution evolves. Agile projects manage the design and build of solutions in an incremental, flexible, and interactive manner. It requires individuals with specific skills and competencies from the relevant business, with supplier and customer input, and there are also links to Lean techniques and Six Sigma. Agile methods were developed in recognition that, during a project, the customers can change their minds about what they want and need, often called requirements churn, and that unpredicted challenges cannot be easily addressed by traditional project methods. The techniques of timeboxing and sprints have been developed to support this approach. An advantage of developing solutions iteratively is that they can constantly gather feedback to help refine those requirements. The intended result is a project that best meets current customer needs and is delivered with minimal costs, waste, and time, enabling companies to achieve business benefit gains earlier than via traditional/waterfall approaches. Identifying key roles and owners. Successful projects are those that are given direction and support from a high level within the organization. It is important for any major undertaking to have the senior management team ultimately responsible for the project. This means taking ownership on behalf of the client organization and putting their name to or associating their personal reputation with the outcome. It is essential for key roles and owners to be identified. These are the project sponsor and project board, the project stakeholders and influencers. They can rotate in and out of roles. Project change management governance, a team of change managers, such as business change leadership at program level, project leadership team members, the change workstream manager, the change management SME/team member, change management office, CMO, providing an organization-wide overview. Change management is represented at different levels in the project or program structure. Flexibility is needed to adapt to changing or emerging requirements. Change managers and project managers must liaise to avoid conflict and mitigate any negative impacts on the project. The change delivery plan. Ideally, the change delivery plan should be developed in parallel with the project plan. In reality, what often happens is that the change delivery plan is created some time after the project plan. This can be a constraint, but in a more positive light, it can also be a helpful framework on which to hang change activities and deliverables. If that is the situation, change managers must do what they can within these limitations and negotiate the rest with the project manager. If you can substantiate change requirements and evidence the need to do something, it will be in their interest to listen and compromise if necessary. If project delivery plans and reports do not yet exist, change managers may need to make some assumptions to continue developing the change delivery plan. It is effective to capture these assumptions so that they can be reviewed and updated as the project definition gains clarity. Proactively defining a draft change delivery plan will, at the very least, demonstrate an organized approach that can be shared and discussed with others. In summary, in order to develop a change delivery plan, ensure you do not shortchange the planning process. Plan in a structured and hierarchical way. Establish clear objectives and roles. Use it to support communication. Use the appropriate change delivery toolkit, such as Waterfall or Agile and Iterative.